Alright guys, we are back for segment number 7 of my 26th birthday special. We just played some Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario Golf for the Nintendo 64. So let's see what happens on this game. Alright, let's go to one player, and I will of course play as Mario. We'll do a tournament game, and let's do the Koopa Cup for this one. Alright, let's get started at hole number 1. Oh, perfect shot to start with. Nice. I was starting off in the fairway. I got on the green very well there.
Nice on.
I'm going for birdie. Got it! We're off to a very good start. So after the first hole, I'm in a tie for 8th. Alright, let's head to hole number 2. But now we have rain on this hole right here. And looks like the wind is going southeast. So I think it might have to be a good idea for me to bring out a power shot here, just so I can get a little more distance here. Yeah, baby! We just got a perfect power shot. Uh-oh. But that's unfortunately going in the rough. Oh well, could have been worse. Alright, I'm just gonna play things safe right here on this shot of the 5-iron, because if I go any higher than that, then I'm gonna have a small red area. I still managed to get a good shot out of that. And we're still in the rough. Unbelievable. Alright. I think I'm gonna go with the 8-iron this time.
Nice shot.
But there's a nice shot.
Nice on.
Just barely staying on the green right here, but we have a long putt for birdie. We'll see if we can possibly still get it here. You never know. Let's try about this much power. Oh, almost.
Nice cut.
But that was still a good try. I will still sell it for par. Alright, let's go to hole 3. I'm in the semi-rough, but unfortunately some trees are kind of getting in my way right here, so I'm not really feeling all that confident here in this next shot. Let's just try something like this here and see what happens. Well, it's going to unfortunately hit that tree. But it's actually not too bad at the very least, since we're now on the fairway. Alright, let's try to get a good chip shot onto the green. Okay, that'll work. Alright, we're going for par.
Nice.
Got it. Alright, not too bad of a hole right there. Alright, let's move on to hole number 4. Okay. I think I'm gonna try the 4-iron here. Let's aim a little bit more to the left as well. Okay, that was a good shot.
Nice on.
Alright, let's try to make this putt here for a birdie. Got it!
Birdie.
That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so that's going to put me up to a tie for 5th. Alright, let's head to hole number 5. Alright, sitting on the fairway here.
Nice shot.
I got a nice shot out of that. We're sitting on the edge of the green right here. Let's go and switch to my putter. So we're around 50 feet away from the hole, but let's see if we can possibly make this putt right here for birdie. Well, we almost did, but it still wasn't all that bad. I'll still take a par. I've dropped down to 6 for now, but it's still pretty early. Alright, let's go to hole 6. Alright, I'll go ahead and use a power shot here since the wind is basically going downward from here. Well, we lose that power shot right there, but it's okay. Still got 5 to deal with. Oh, I could try to risk going for the green right here, but I'm not really too sure. You know what? Let's go for it, and I'm gonna go ahead and use another power shot here. And we're gonna get a perfect shot out of that. So this time we do get to keep that power shot that we used. Alright, we're in the rough, but it's okay. Alright, let's try to chip it onto the green very well.
Nice on.
Alright, there we go. Alright, this is for birdie. Got it!
Birdie.
Sweet. And now I'm up to a tie for 4th right here after that hole. Alright, let's see what happens now on hole 7. Alright, I'll try a power shot right here. And we lost that power shot, but it's alright. Well, that's going to put my ball in the rough right there, but at least it's better than the bunker. Alright, I'll try the 7-iron right here.
Nice shot.
There's a nice shot. And we got that right there on the green very well. Alright, we're going for another birdie. And it's in the hole! Sweet! Doing very well up there so far. I got 4 points all to myself right now. Alright, let's head to hole 8. Alright. The wind is going 19 miles per hour upward here. I'm not really too sure what I want to do about this, though. I think I'm going to try 9 iron and hope for the best.
Nice.
Alright! Nice shot!
Nice on.
And we are on the green. Alright. So, we got a chance at another birdie here. Let's see what happens. Oh! I was on the right track, but unfortunately it was a little bit too much power. But par's still not too bad. Alright, moving on to hole 9. Oh god, this might not really look all that good. Yeah, that's unfortunately in the water. I should have aimed a little bit more to the right. Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's just see what I can do on my next shot. Because of where my ball is facing right here, I'm going to have to aim much more further to the right. I'm going to try right around here. Will this be any good? No, it's not! Dang it! 2 water hazards in a row. That is terrible. Okay. Well, let's just try to chip it onto the green very well from here. I just can't believe the wind. I had to screw up a couple of my shots right there on this hole. There's just nothing much we can do about it sometimes. And we get a double bogey. That hurts. And that's going to put us down to 5th. We're still not doing too bad out there at the moment. So now we're on the half turn as we get ready for hole number 10. I'm not the best at this particular game in general, but I still do like playing it. The only thing that could just be very tough for me some of the time is trying to study the winds carefully, depending on where it's going.
Nice shot.
Okay, there's a nice shot. Oh, right into the rough. Alright, at least we're now on the green. But let's try to sink this pot here for a par. Oh, almost made it. So it looks like we're getting a bogey on this one. We're now on the hole 11. I'll use a power shot here. And we lose that power shot there, but it's okay. We still have 3 of them left. I think we should still be in good shape. Alright, sitting on the fairway. And I'll go ahead and use the pitching wedge right here on the shot. Alright, we're on the green.
Nice on.
Just about 30 feet away from the hole right here. Alright, but let's see if we can possibly make a birdie. Now, because there's a hill right up in front of us right here from where we're at, I think I'm probably going to increase the range on my putt a little bit, so that way I can have a little bit of an easier chance of trying to make it in the hole. Let's go for about this much power. Okay, I made it! Sweet! Glad I made the right choice there. And that's going to put me up to 3rd place. Alright, let's head to hole 12. And I'm going to try a power shot right here.
Nice shot.
I got a nice shot out of that. So we do get to keep that power shot that we used. Well, we're in the rough right there, but let's not complain about it too much. I'll try the 7-iron here.
Nice shot.
Alright, another nice shot. And we're unfortunately still in the rough. Oh well. At least we're gonna get a pretty good chip shot there onto the green.
Nice on.
Alright, this is for birdie. Oh! How did I miss that? You gotta be kidding me.
Nice.
But I'll settle for par, I guess. Alright, now on to hole 13. Okay, let's try the 5-iron right here.
Nice shot.
That's a nice shot. Well, that slope actually kind of helped out my ball right there. That's not bad. Alright, we're on the fairway. Alright, that's a pretty good chip shot right there. And that's going to be a par. I'm now up to a tie for 2nd with Yoshi at the moment. Alright, let's head to hole number 14, and we have 5 holes left. That looks like a good shot. Nuts. Let's use the 7-iron right here. Perfect. That's a very nice shot there. Oh, I'll gladly take that. We're very, very close to the hole, so we should have a good chance at a birdie here. And we got it. And now we're in the lead in 1st place. Alright, let's head to hole 15. We have no wind on this one, but we're unfortunately back in the rain. Oh, how did that end up in the rough? That's not good. I'm gonna have to go with the 2-iron here on this shot. Alright, at least we're gonna be on the fairway now. Alright, now we're on the green. Alright, can we make a par from here? Let's find out. Just trying to figure out a good angle right here of where I should aim at. I'm gonna try right here. Alright! We'll make it in the hole for a par. Not bad. Alright, 3 more holes to go. Let's head to hole 16. Once again, we got no wind. That's certainly very nice to see. I'm going to try to A-iron here. Uh-oh, we're in the bunker. Let's try to get a good chip shot onto the green. Okay, that'll work. And it's gonna be a par. Alright, hole 17 is up next. We have 2 more holes to go. Do I want to risk trying to go for the green right here? Or do I want to play it safe? The wind is going a little bit downward right here from this angle. So I think it might be best if I play things safe right over here. Okay, we're on the fairway. Oh, got that on the green very well.
Nice on.
And we're gonna get a birdie. Nicely done. Alright, now it is time for the 18th and final hole. And may as well go ahead and bring out a power shot here. We still got 3 of them left right here. And because we are on the last hole, it's definitely a good time to bring those out. I got a perfect power shot there. That was very nice. Uh-oh, that just went into the rough. Alright, what am I going to do about this one? Okay, I'm going to try the 6-iron right here. Alright, at least now we're on the fairway. Alright, let's go and try to get a good chip shot onto the green.
Nice on.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so let's see if we can finish things off with a birdie. Oh, so close. Alright, looks like we're getting a par on this last hole. Still not a bad way to finish it off. I still win the tournament with a score of 4 under par, so I'll certainly take that. And there's my golden trophy right there that we just earned. That is very awesome. Alright, anyways, that is going to do it for Mario Golf for the Nintendo 64 as part of my 26th birthday special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.